Today we're focusing on the plans for CattleCon 25 in San Antonio. One thing is for certain, after you've walked that big trade show floor, you're sure to have worked up an appetite. Here's a look at one outstanding steakhouse near the convention center that is worth a visit.
Just a few blocks from the San Antonio Convention Center sits the iconic Fairmont Hotel, which was built in 1906. This historic building is so adored that instead of allowing it to be demolished in the 1980s, the £3.2 million hotel was moved to a new location.
As the city began to make way and progress for a new downtown and tourism, the city was faced with the option of either destroying the building or figuring out a way to move it. The City of San Antonio, the Historic Society of San Antonio, and the Historic Society of Texas at that point stepped in. The physical structure was put on wheels and rolled 6 blocks down the street. It took a course of 6 days, and as the property was being moved, it was actually televised to 30 different countries, and is still in the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest and heaviest building ever moved as a single unit.
Today, the Fairmont blends historic charm with modern luxury. In recent years, the hotel has put a renewed emphasis on food by opening 2 restaurants, both featuring delicious dishes and classic Texan hospitality.
The experience is really meant to be personalized. We focus with our staff and our team specifically on the food, on the guest interaction, on making sure that it's a place that guests feel that they can return to time and time again and always receive that same level of elevated service, hospitality, and experience. The experience is really meant to be personalized. We focus with our staff and our team specifically on the food, on the guest interaction, on making sure that it's a place that guests feel that they can return to time and time again and always receive that same level of elevated service, hospitality, and experience.
So a lot of time we invite people over for lunch and we see them back at dinner to try our sister restaurant. The two environments are slightly different. But what makes them common is the passion that we put in preparing the dishes in the kitchen and service the dishes at the table, provide the right information and the right service to our guests.
You walk through the same door to get to both establishments, but they quickly diverge down separate hallways into distinctly unique personalities. Nonna Osteria is the oldest of the two and brings traditional Italian cuisine to the Lone Star State.
I would think that is one of the very authentic Italian restaurants in San Antonio. I take inspiration through all Italy, and beef is definitely a staple of the Italian cuisine as well. Here, to be more connected to the tradition of Italian cuisine, we pair it with a sauce that is an inspiration of the region where I come from, Piemonte. So it's a sauce that is made with bell pepper, onion and garlic, and with a splash of red wine vinegar that brings like an Italian flair to the dish.
The other restaurant, Silo Prime, is a traditional steakhouse with a menu full of delicious beef options.
Prime is our classic American steakhouse. Is the place where we want to invite people to come in and splurge and enjoy a very refined meal.
Silo Prime is a little bit more intimate. It's definitely your more upscale fine dining establishment. We source some of the best beef, the best meats, best cuts. We offer a greater selection, between our bone-in ribeye, our tomahawk ribeye, complementing it with some of our seafood, but beef is definitely the showstopper in Silo Prime.
One of the highlights of Silo Prime is the wood-burning grill they use to cook their steaks to perfection.
We have an amazing Argentinian grill that is a very important piece of equipment in our kitchen, and that's kind of the core of our steakhouse. So all the steaks pass from that piece of equipment, and that will make it special to us. We use oak as wood burning oven, and that definitely gives a Texas flair to the preparation.
The folks at the Fairmont know those impressive steaks wouldn't be possible without the hard work of cattlemen and women across the U.S.
We're always looking to expand and find new ways to present new items to our guests. And the only way that we can do that is to have great producers and great farmers out there that are making sure that they're taking care of the product prior to it arriving on our property.
Beef is a great protein, and what I like of it is that choosing different cuts, we can really offer different type of texture, tenderness, amount of ratio of fat versus lean meat. Is very versatile. We use the whole animal really in the kitchen, starting from the bones to make our stocks. That is really the fundamental of our cuisine.
No matter what time of day, the Fairmont Hotel hopes producers in town for CattleCon will stop by and have a delicious beef meal.
American cattle producer, we're happy to host you here in San Antonio, and we're looking forward to have you here as our guest to try our restaurants, Nonnosteria, for a nice, delicious Italian lunch, and maybe later on for a luxurious dinner inside of Prime.
We'd love to host anybody who's coming in for the Cattlemen's Convention. We'd love to have you come through, stop by, take a tour of the property and the restaurants, and see what we're all about.